Good evening. I'm really excited to be here tonight, and I'm really excited about the new rebrand of what used to be RocketFin. I'm now able to say we're RocketFin, and we are here core consultants. So that's been great. My name is Espen. I'm the CEO of RocketFin, and I'm here to present something we did for a UK investment bank quite recently. The ask from this bank was to help them make their workspace more efficiently. It's the same topic we've heard a lot tonight. Unfortunately, we didn't get the release to show what we actually built, which put us in a bit of a sticky situation. We spent 3 weeks building this for the bank, so really quick development process, and we had to rebuild it last week. And that took us 1 week, and I think that is the power of the new ecosystem we're now working with. So on that note, I'll introduce Mark, who can show what we've done.
Cool, yeah, so I'm Mark, also from RocketFin, obviously. And I was working with the bank to kind of get this delivered. So let me paint you a picture. It's Friday, it's 6 p.m., and you're getting ready for the weekend, when suddenly you get a message from Jim. Jim wants to generate a comparison sheet for Walmart, Amazon, Target, and Costco, urgently, very urgently. So you've got to open all your tools again, find your Excel sheets, find your fact set widgets, and all that stuff. Put all your data in, run a workflow. Takes like 20 minutes to run. And then you've got to output the file, find the correct file, and upload it to SharePoint. What a long and laborious process. Let's see how RocketFin can help us make that process better. I've got here the same conversation with Jim, and I've got a co-pilot that we created that's running in Teams. I'm going to take that list of companies, and I'm going to ask the co-pilot to generate a comparison sheet for me for those companies. This raises an FDC3 intent, which my RocketFin desktop will pick up, and it will restore a snapshot for me of my tools already laid out into a single view so that I can just get on with my task. Great. Excellent. And we can see also that my primary tool, occupying the large portion of the screen there, has picked up those companies and has created that new project for me. All right. So in the interest of time, I'm not going to be populating that data. Well, I'm not doing much. It's a video. So I'll go to an existing project. And we've heard many times about FDC3 today. And you can see that this primary view, as well as the FactSet widget to the bottom and the panel to the right, all have a thin green border running around the edge of the frame. So this signifies that they're all sharing context with one another. So the applications themselves don't know how to talk to one another, but they all adhere to that same FDC3 open standard. Interestingly also, the FactSet widget knows how to do this out of the box. Great. But the primary tool, my knowledge-based tool, does not know how to do that. So we use RocketFin's preload script ability to inject that functionality into the tool. Now it can both publish its own context and listen to contexts. Let's see that in practice. So I'll go into NVIDIA here, and obviously my main tool goes to NVIDIA, and FactSet pulls together a chart showing me the pricing data for NVIDIA, and I retrieve from my SharePoint an income statement, an Excel document for NVIDIA. This is possible thanks to RocketFin's integration with Office 365, which allows us to search through everything with an organization and pull together our documents. All it took to do this was just a couple of configuration keys, and we're good to go. OK. So let's say I also want to look at some stuff in Salesforce. Luckily, RocketFin integrates with Salesforce as well. So I'll pull up RocketFin Home. I'll search for NVIDIA in my window, which looks through both my Office 365 and my Salesforce organization. I'll open up the account, and I can dock that window with the rest of my views. Awesome. Okay, let's go to another company. So I'll go back to my projects. I'll go into Tesla this time. And you'll note that not only does my FactSet widget go to Tesla, as well as the Excel document on the right, but my Salesforce account has also navigated to Tesla. This uses OpenFin's marketplace extension on Salesforce, which makes integrating a breeze. Installation is simple, and in an instant, we have context sharing between Salesforce and the rest of our applications. All right. What else? We can, so far I've shown it being driven from my primary application, but that's not a limitation. I can also move stuff around from my other screens. So if I go in my FactSet widget at the bottom and I plug in the symbol for NVIDIA, everything else just reacts accordingly. How else can we leverage Copilot to help us out? A simple example, but we can simply ask it to show us a company in OpenFin. I will parse that message, find the company, identify the ticker code using its own knowledge base, and publish a FTC3 context, which is picked up by the rest of my applications, and everything is now showing me data for Apple. Fantastic. My last step. I've gathered all my data, I've put everything in, I'm happy, and I just need to run the final report that Jim was after. I'll close off Salesforce there. In order to run the workflow, I need to go to a different application. So again, we use OpenFin's preload scriptability to inject a button into the screen, which enables the users to just navigate straight to that application. So we'll click that button eventually. There we go. And I've already got my file filled in because I've come straight from my previous application, so I know which input I need for it. I don't need to look around and find that. And as soon as I click the Run button and my workflow completes, I get a notification in the bottom right letting me know that that file has already been uploaded to SharePoint and can be accessed by anyone who has access to it. Jim, sitting pretty in his office, has received the same notification, and he can also access that same data. Espen?
So that was what we knocked up in a week. So give us another 2 weeks, and we come up with something more impressive. Thank you.